Is the Sabbath Jewish? People tend to think so. Most, in fact. But that doesn't make it a fact. So why do people think it's Jewish? Because Jews tend to be the ones visibly keeping it more than anyone else. And because for centuries Jews have been the ones claiming it as their own. And for the most part, Christians have been more than happy to let them have it. And the world couldn't care less one way or the other. But what is the Sabbath? The Sabbath is time. A piece of time, anyway. A specific day. The seventh. From sunset to sunset. A cathedral in time. A temple in time. A sacred space. Sacred moments. Set apart by the Creator of heaven and earth for our well-being. No one has a monopoly on time. Not the Jews, not the Christians. No one. If you are alive, you have encountered the Sabbath, whether you know it or not. You may not have recognized it, but it was still there, and you were still in it. Sabbath is sunset the sixth day to sunset the seventh day. That's what it is. It doesn't become something else. It doesn't become someone else's just because someone calls dibs. No. The Sabbath doesn't change because a certain people want it to be their own. The Sabbath was made for man, as our teacher said. As the Messiah taught us, the Sabbath was made for Adam. Adam was not made for the Sabbath. It was made in the beginning of creation, when there was only Adam and Chava, the one we call Eve now. Our first parents. There were no Jews. There were no Christians. There was just the first two people, and there was Sabbath. It was made for Adam, and therefore made for all man. It is a day of healing, restoration, revival, mind, body, and soul. You don't need that just because you're Jewish. You need that because you're human. If you're alive, you need this special time. You need to break away from the rat race, from the hustle and bustle, especially in our modern, high-tech, fast-paced universe. You need a break. You need a radical separation from this age. A time to unplug, unwind, and simply be. And that was a gift the Creator made for man. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what race you are, what religion you are, what nation you belong to, when the sun sets on the sixth day, that is the Sabbath. And that is time that was set aside for your well-being. It's not a Jewish tradition, even though by tradition Jews do it. Note that distinction. Jews do this thing, and therefore it has become known as theirs, but it is not theirs. Not exclusively, anyway. You don't keep the Sabbath because of who you are. You keep the Sabbath because of who your Heavenly Father is, because of who the Creator of the universe is. The Sabbath is a memorial. It is a remembrance that Yahweh Almighty is the maker of heaven and earth, that he made everything, as the book says, in 6 days, and he rested the seventh. It is a commemoration of that happening. And it is a callback to gratitude. You don't have to be Jewish to do that. Despite what you may have heard, the Sabbath is not, it's not only not culturally bound, but it is not a burden. It is not part of the old law. It's not legalism. It is not a burden. It is literally unburdening. It is not restricting, but freeing. And it can really only be understood by observing it, by entering into that day and recognizing it according to the commandment, remembering the Sabbath day and keeping it holy. You can't make it holy. It was made holy by our Heavenly Father when he ceased from working that day and set the pattern for us to follow after. He wanted us to have this blessing, and he gave it to everyone. He didn't give it to one race of people, and it remains a blessing in our time. Are you finding yourself tired, overworked, overburdened, hyper-stressed, depressed, anxious? You need to Shabbat. Don't take this as me telling you what to do. You do what you want to do. We don't tell people what to do. We only tell them what is true. If you want to find the answer to why you are so hyper-stressed and burnt out, it is because you are missing a piece of who you were created to be, a part of the pattern of your natural life. Your Heavenly Father loves you so much that he put you in a world where you work hard and then you get to rest easy, so you can go work hard again. And you work so hard so that rest is so sweet. It really is an amazing blessing, but you can't understand it until you live it. It's not possible. You have to walk through it, recognizing it. As I said, you've encountered the Sabbath every week of your life, and you never noticed it because you thought it was Jewish. You thought it was somebody else's cultural tradition and nothing to do with you. Well, now you know that there's more to the story. The Sabbath was made for man, all man. You were not made to serve a day, but this day was made for your service, for your benefit, for your healing. Embrace it. Don't embrace it. It's your choice. But it's here for you. And it's not somebody else's. It's not cultural appropriation. It's not stealing. It's yours. It's part of the human experience worked into the fabric of the world, weaved into time itself. Give it a chance. Shabbat Shalom.